Today, in the interviews with the Iraqi women, it was really profound and challenging in the sense that they really shared their experiences not just from persecution of the war, but persecution in the home as well. Domestic violence is very prevalent, and it was very hard to hear these stories. And so even when they fled the country that was being destroyed all around them, they were still imprisoned.
They told us their stories, and they were horrible. You know, the situation that they're in, and her child who no longer talks and who isn't happy anymore and who's lost, you know, his joy that a 5-year-old child should not lose. This is not an unfixable problem. This is bureaucracy, this is government, this is not unfixable. And people aren't asking for $1 million, they're not asking for the world, they're asking to be allowed into another country to start a life.
It was incredible to visit these families in their homes, to see how even if they had just one bottle of water, they were going to share it with us. Suddenly, something magical happened, and we all started singing and dancing, and there were 12 of us crammed in this space, dancing and twirling and singing.
It was an amazing moment. They were fighting over each other to get their story out and to tell us what they needed, and they needed UNHCR, and they needed trying to all the horrible and the horrible and the horrible, and my cousin, his throat was slit, and my brother and my uncle, and he's still there, and the bombs and the threatening letters and the horror of all that. And before I know it, not only is one of them, who I was talking to, up and dancing and singing, but the entire family is up, and they make us get up, and and it's this amazing joy that came out of absolutely nowhere.
The last family that we sat in with, they were very heartbroken because their daughter is still in Iraq. They were unable to see her or talk to her, and they miss her terribly. And I asked her, were there any songs that she could share with me? And she said she had nothing to give anymore, that all of her memories had been erased. She asked me to sing a song for her, and I sang a blessing. And she started to cry and said it reminded her of her daughter, and she felt really, really hopeful after that. And it was, again, the power of music, the medicine of music and the arts, and it was just amazing.